Deadline day. They've never gone wrong. What can possibly go wrong? Apart from everything. Welcome back to Glory Hunter. Hello folks, welcome back to Glory Hunter with me, DoctorBenjy FM. Good to see you, I hope I find you very well. Of course, if you're enjoying the series, I know I say it all the time, and I'll say it once again, do leave a like on the video, it just shows me that you're liking it. So, say something more obvious next time, Ben. But lots of you have newly subscribed as well, so welcome aboard. And let's delve in then to today, and deadline day, and... But before we do that, let's do an FA Cup draw. Why not? And the reason I get to bring you an FA Cup draw is because we've won 2 rounds of the FA Cup. Of course, a competition, don't forget, there's a point to this series. We do have to actually try and win. We first beat Cambridge, goals from Joel Linton, Dan Burn and Kieran Trippier, before we lost to Wolves in the league. So... you know, a theme's developing here. We then got the opportunity to play Southampton again. Chris Wood and Dan Burn in the goals. Something just very briefly about Chris Wood. If I didn't see Chris Wood's name or his training rating be quite as disappointing as it is, he wouldn't be the worst player in this squad. So, for now, on deadline day, I'm going to keep Chris Wood. I would not have thought that was going to happen. Would not have. Yeah, okay. I mean, it was a bit obvious. Yeah, well, sometimes the obvious ones are the best ones. So, and then a 3-2 win over Aston Villa in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Callum Wilson on 60 minutes getting the all-important goal. And that then leads us closely towards deadline day. But I mentioned the cup draw, as much as we're excited for deadline day, that comes in just a moment. Roy Keane hosting it. I don't think we'd get on. Yeah, I'm not convinced we should absolutely be in the same room. Let's go through then and see who we get. Roy's going to take his time here. In terms of the teams left in it, yes, there's some big... Sorry, did I just... Yeah, okay, good. A cup game against Arsenal. What could possibly go wrong? These things bottom in the wrong way and I want to cry. In fairness, I am calm about it though, so don't worry. I can't drink it when it's like that. Always next year, isn't there? There's always next year. I will end the draw now. I will not be sitting there doing that all day. Well, thank you, Roy. Thank you for Arsenal. That's exciting, isn't it? That's what you wanted. You know, revenge.
Best served cold.
Yeah, it's served cold because it's freezing in the north. So,
put a jumper on.
Yeah. All right then, let's get to deadline day. In terms of additions, Luis Suarez last episode, I saw a few of you were down for that. I saw a few of you thought, you know what, yeah, get him in. Oh, might do. If I'm feeling a little bit frisky. It's been a few weeks, of course, since we looked at those transfers. Omobamidele is fitting all right. We've had a bit of a defensive injury crisis as it happens. So, yeah, something to be concerned about. One man that persists of interest to me as we take part in deadline day, a risk for me this year on FM. I've had quite a few crash dumps on deadline day, so if today goes even more dramatic than expected, that's probably why. But the man in question is Alexander Mitrovic, who is basically the best version of Chris Wood that I can find. Our striker situation, though, is still relatively curious. You forget, I think, sometimes, because of the pace of Isaac, that he's actually 6'3". So in terms of being a physical presence, he's not too bad. He maybe lacks the heading ability and the strength, but, you know, that jumping reach isn't too bad. And again, the speed that he possesses makes him a threat all the time. And with the system that we're currently playing, that target forward role, yes, we're playing Chris Wood there occasionally, but Callum Wilson off him does work. Again, you could play Isaac in there. We're probably still lacking the other version of the target forward. The wild card in all of this is Joel Linton, because, of course, he was traditionally a striker. So he could play Joel Linton in that role at times as well, especially if we're only playing 2 in midfield. Guimaraes and McAllister are both ahead of Joel Linton in that particular chart. I love charts at the moment. So with that in mind, when we look at players to bring in terms of the scouting recommendations, ability-wise, they think strikers... João Felix is not going to join me. It's a lovely suggestion, but don't be ludicrous, friends of me, or as you might call them, scouts. Now, we currently sit 10th in the Premier League table, and if I was a player in world football, that's not necessarily the team that I'd want to join. But this list here is a list of players that are doubtfully interested. I like the fact the filter just says Chris Wood. That's not the current filter. So these are the players that might join. And the reality of this is that some of them are far, far too expensive for the budget that we've got. Now, being a short-term man when it comes to Glory Hunter. I could afford to take some risks over a number of years and not necessarily feel the knock-on effects of those risks. But it once again really boils down to, where do we need players? The wingers, I think, are okay. The strikers are sort of the level that we're at. And the same goes for the central midfield options. Defensively, unless players leave, it's difficult to bring players in. So with that in mind, Fabian Schär, it might be time for you to go. Now, I wasn't intending to sell a whole host of players on this deadline day, mainly because the deadwood are very difficult to move. But not all of the deadwood. Oh yes, you may have noticed a name missing from this list. No, that's why we've sold him, really. Jonjo Shelvey has gone to Lille. If we could high five through the screen, viewers, we would. How much do you reckon for? 4 million? Yeah, you'd be wrong. £12 million for Jonjo Shelvey. I don't know what I don't know what's happening in Lille. More money than sense, I think is the phrase I would be using. Wow. The Onana replacement. Yeah, very similar in personnel, to be fair. 12 million, Jonjo Shelvey. Just not a phrase I thought I'd be using today, really. So ultimately, if I know me on deadline day, anything can happen here. So strap in. And I'll warn you now, viewers, there's a world where I sign nobody, but it's not about signing nobody. It's about how we get there, which is normally chaos. So it's still, I think, centre-back where we could maybe look to reinforce this team just a little bit, especially when you look at the list of players that are interested. Of course, before we were looking at players that were quicker, but actually with now Oman Babadeli in there, bringing someone in alongside him, or at least to play secondary to him, or maybe even ahead of him, still worth it. Like the money we spent on him, we basically reclaimed with the sale of Jonjo Shelvey. I mean, again, very weird. And I'm looking at someone like Antonio Silva at Benfica. He gets very good, which again, in a Glory Hunter challenge, is why we're going to click off his name. I think he's really got 38 million to spend here, which is problematic. What about someone a bit older? You know, a wiser head. You can never have enough wise heads. See, Nacho at Real Madrid, his contract's running out, but we could try and get him now. What sort of contract would you like, Nacho? Let me just dip into the negotiations, viewers. Dip into negotiations. It's like he's called Nacho. I wonder if he thinks he's the big cheese of the operation. Big cheese. Salsa, viewers. Salsa. Right, what have we guac here? What have we guac here? Can't think of any more. I'll pin the best one in the comment section. Oh, God, we could do this all day. Well, no, actually, I've run out, but we could do this all day. Come on, everyone, chip in. Chip in. Wasted. Do this YouTube like wasted. Right, let's actually talk to him. If he doesn't sign now, that will be awkward. Right, we're suggesting, this is the contract that we're suggesting. He's not going to say yes to this. Suggest. No, I didn't think so. Very patient, though, is his agent. If we can get him on about 80,000, I'll be pretty happy with that. He's not willing. Now, you may have noticed, we've done this on a to-sign contract. What I will do, viewers, I've thought about this very tactically. £90,000, fine, we've come to an agreement. I will then make an offer to try and get him early from Real Madrid. Obviously, they know he's signed at that point, so, you know, gone in a way. So then it's my turn. I noticed that SMS there is apparently linked with a move to Liverpool. Would he be interested in a move to Newcastle again? No, he would not. The thing is, right, with Newcastle so far, and even I'm guilty of this, I wouldn't say we've made a statement signing yet. Do you know what I mean? I don't think we've brought nobody in so far that everyone's going, whoa, hang on a minute. And a few of you mentioned him, but Declan Rice, not that we're in need of central midfielders, but as sort of a longer term project, could be very interesting. Or back to an old flame in James Maddison, who we talked about in the summer. Now, the thing with both of those players, again, is that they're going to cost me a fair amount of money, but we've got a fair amount of money. Or talking of Chris Wood replacements, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now, that would give me Callum Wilson, Alexander Isak, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And then maybe the opportunity to move on Chris Wood. I started this episode so high on Chris Wood. The problem is we're in that awkward spot between being quite a high reputation and that we can attract people that we shouldn't be able to attract really as the 10th best team in the Premier League. But with the money that we've got, teams are obviously interested and aware of us. We have to keep that level of reputation by succeeding. But while we've got it, we have to try and make use of it. Well, I'm going to do something stupid here, viewers. I can feel it. I think the boys over 100 million, right? Maybe just above Declan Rice. You know, Nathan Collins for 100 million. I'm not sure is the deal, viewers. But everyone else in and around there is curious to me. Everyone in this section here, everyone that is, on the verge of greatness. But then the bigger issue is, how do I fit them into this? Or is this it? Maybe this is it, No one's ever played a 4-2-3-1 before. We could revolutionise Football Manager tactics by playing something a little like this. Although, I like doing stuff that no one would realistically do. A 4-4-2 offset, which is completely random. The thing is, we've never got both wingers firing at the same time, so there's a possibility that you sort of play this type of system where you bring a defensive midfielder in and just play the one winger, whether that be Danjuma, whether that be St Maximin, and you have those two guys in rotation. In the central areas then, you've got McAllister and Guimaraes and Thomas Lemar in there too, and that again gives you a little bit of manoeuvring. So maybe it is a midfielder, especially with John Joe Shelvey leaving. That's the chasm, viewers, that we've left selling John Joe Shelvey. That's the area we maybe need to fill. So while we're here, let's get Almiron out the pissing door. What are you still doing here? If anyone's interested in Almiron, by the way, I'm in. I'm all in. I've got 11 hours remaining. No offers for Almiron. None. Right, admittedly, I think 25 mil. Who's buying him for 25 million? 15 million, and we've all got a deal. How much did they buy Almiron for? That's not okay. But maybe that's people gonna West Ham 11 point. Done. All right, Nacho's got the work permit. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! The decision on that's not going to be made till February, so we're not going to be able to buy. Well, I tell you what, look forward to the summer, viewers, because, he's a chip off the old block, isn't he? You thought we were done, we're never done. He's going to have to packet of crisps his bags. What are you talking about? even I there have gone, that's too far. That's too far. He's going to be walkers his way down to Newcastle. He's going to laze his bags on his bed. One for the American viewers, thinking of you, tips hat, etc. I'm wearing a New York Rangers hoodie. Do you know what I mean? I'm always on brand, mate. So let's, what do you mean? All right, offer him 12.5 million. If West Ham turn down an extra million, oh my God, the board have done me a service there. So that's going to give us, ironically now, we won't have to spend anything on Nacho. So, must be a 2-for-1 offer. Is it Orange Wednesday? It's gone too far now, hasn't it? Yeah, we should just get on with the transfers. Yeah,
please.
I realised then. So
yeah, we realised about 5 minutes ago. So.
Did you? All of you? Okay, sorry about that. So let's go get this midfielder. Let's go get Declan Rice or someone similar. Right, Declan. Would you want to come play for me? I can now do with the sales that are happening. I can do 40 up front, and then we can just instalment. We're Newcastle. There's no rules, is there? We just instalment 50 mil and just go, there you go, lads. And they've gone, no. And we've gone, oh. All right, so maybe it's not Declan Rice. Maybe Declan Rice is a step too far. But which other defensive midfielders could we bring in? Now, Thomas Souček is on this list. Now, Souček is, a friend of Declan Rice's, 27 years of age, good aerially. And you know what? We love set pieces here at Newcastle. And he's only 27. And again, sits at the base of that midfield. Thomas Souček, 143 minutes. Excuse me? Didn't want him anyway. Didn't want him. So we'll try again. God, we've reached McTominay Xhaka levels here. That's not where we wanted to be. Very good aerially though, Scott McTominay. So very good aerially. And maybe he needs a fresh start. Maybe. What does his agent think? Oh, he's up for it. I've lowered the wage down. He's up for it. Okay. Do you know what we'll consider Scott McTominay? The backup option. Okay. If things go, if I end today signing Scott McTominay, it's obviously gone wrong. Now, if you're looking for a ball winner though, maybe Wilfred Ndidi's the guy. Hang on, Wilfred. What do they think to that? Okay. There's just when Newcastle turn up, the money goes up. James Ward-Prowse is so me that it's so obviously not the right option. The thing is, we've got to make the Newcastle fans excited. He's gone to Celtic! Oh my God. On one level, that proves I definitely shouldn't have signed him. So, he's already got one. He's already scored for him. Who saw that coming? Not I, viewers. Going to Celtic. That's like wanting Declan Rice and ending up with Scott McTominay. The thing is, United are willing to sell. Stop it, Ben. Stop it. Did Enzo Fernandez have a good World Cup? Because he's not at Chelsea, is he? In my world. Ask the agent. Enzo Fernandez. It's so much money. Honestly, we might as well just set up a dartboard and I just throw it at any of these names. Jeffrey Kondogbia. I love Jeffrey Kondogbia. I've been signing him on Football Manager for as long as I've been making videos on this channel. £48 million. It won't be this time around. Thiago Mayer. Remember when he was a wonder kid? Because now we're just doing throwbacks. What's happening now? So this is your life. What's happening? All right, look. If we just do it, quite £50 million for Scott McTominay. Am I in a world where Scott McTominay can't sign? I started this by saying we need a marquee signing. We need someone who's, going to shock the world. So you know what, Ruben Neves? You are the chosen one. We'll do 37 million up front. We're going to get some more, but I'm being sensible here. Can't even say that with a straight face. And then another 50, another 30, let's say 67 million. What do they think to that? What's the value? Who made this? I know there's a line through it, but who made it? It's because it's deadline day, isn't it? It's because I've come to deadline day going, we'll just sign whoever we like, and they've gone, no, you won't. There's only 9 hours remaining. Sorry, viewers, let me get that right. 9 hours remaining. Oh my God. All right, then Almiron is out the door. 12.5 million. Get it into the club coffers ASAP. Got a bid for Matty Longstaff on loan. I mean, sure. Oh God, the agent of Scott McTominay's turned up. Hello. Also called Scott, which is wonderful. Hello, boys. Yeah, how are things? Yeah, I mean, I'll make an offer of 37 million and just leave it at that, shall we? And oh God, Moses Caicedo. I mean, we can't get him in. It's 75 million pounds. It's not happening, is it? Who's listed? If this was a matter of time, Xhaka's listed. See, Declan Rice is listed. Quite a few people suggested Declan Rice. Right, let's move heaven and earth. Let's make this happen. They want £89 million. Look, I don't have £81 million, or £89 million even. So let's come to some sort of arrangement. We've got 50, so let's do 50 now, and let's just installment, every so often, let's just whack that up to, the remaining 39 million. Good maths. Do you know what? Let's make it 40 million. Let's not be unreasonable. Let's not be unreasonable, I think I said. Right, I don't want to do the league appearances thing. So let's just do another 5 mil up front. Percentage of sale on the next 40%. See if I care. They've said yes. Oh my God, it's action time. 5 hours remaining. Accept all loans. Here we go then. The contract for Declan Rice. This is madness. I don't want to be a stepping stone for him. 91. This is a bargain. I mean, I'm not loving the minimum release fee. We'll put that at the maximum to a team in the Champions League. But don't worry, Declan. With you here, okay, you've locked that in now. With you here, we'll be in the Champions League, Declan. So don't you worry about it, Declan. The Scott McTominay deal's been negotiated, viewers. Just not for me, because I think I'm signing Declan Rice. I came into today wanting to sign a replacement for Chris Wood. And now here we stand, viewers, on the verge. Deadline day. Sure, viewers, sure. We didn't get the nachos, but we did get the rice. So enjoy your chili, okay? Enjoy your con carne. Could be worse. Come on, let's go. Now, can we sign sour cream by any chance? Sour cream. When you type in sour cream, the team name House of Dread comes up from Trinidad and Tobago. I love everything about it. If this video gets 5,000 likes, at some point we'll do a series with House of Dread Sports and Cultural Club in Trinidad. Why not? We'll have to make them a badge, but still. So we've signed Declan Rice. Who saw this coming? Great for homegrown as well, viewers. Think that through. Can also play centre back a little bit. This is genius. Kind of wish it was the plan from the start, but there we go. So not only have we signed Declan Rice, we've taken a really good player away from a rival. This is a very successful deadline day. This might be the first ever. All right then, team. 1 hour remaining. And now we're just cruising. Go out on loan. Everyone just do what you want now. So I think this might just be the new system. We got rid of one of our wingers as well. Declan Rice comes in, slots in perfectly. A little bit more creativity. You can still play Wilson off Isaac. You could go for Danjuma and Lamar, or Danjuma and St Maximin on either side. Have I made a good transfer here? He slots right in. He's the heart of the England team. Everything. This is perfect. If only I'd signed Nacho, that would have really sealed today. All right then, team, we will next meet for the FA Cup tie versus Arsenal. In fact, it'll be a North London double. We will play both Arsenal and Tottenham and see how we do in those. I will, of course, then play through February against Leeds, Manchester United, Aston Villa and Liverpool. I look forward to reporting the 2 points I've got from the draws against Leeds and Villa, and I'll see you for that next time. See you soon, everybody. If you want me to go to Trinidad, you know what to do. You wouldn't know where to start, would you? In Trinidad? No, I don't think so. Oh, for God's sake.